So, while we were all looking at Google, stunning new revelations happened all across the world. One of them I'd like to discuss now, kind of, I guess, fits the trend of this fucking channel now, I guess. I don't know, but it just seems to be something we're always discussing these days. Justice Kavanaugh, Brett Kavanaugh, it came out a couple days ago that there was an anonymous letter written. How much I'm starting to really love the anonymous letter. There was an anonymous letter written about how when he was 17, he locked a girl in a room with him and another guy and tried to rape her. Like, you know, they don't put it that way on the news, of course, but he climbed on top of her and tried to take her clothes off. So he tried to rape her. Allegedly. As days went by, we started to find out more information about the person who's making this claim, and now we have her name. I don't remember her name. Fuck me, what do you want? I'm terrible with names, no matter what. I don't have a clip. I don't have time for it. It's been a hectic couple of days. The internet was out all night last night, so I wasn't able to upload. So you get 2 videos today. And then today has just been fucking crazy. So I'm kind of doing this off the cuff. I know when you guys love when I do this kind of shit. So nevertheless, I watched a lot of news clips about it. I couldn't really find one that was fantastic. But apparently this woman is a teacher. Professor. A left-wing professor. Because, I mean, you know, that's far more common than a right-wing professor. She's got a lot of problems with the current administration. I believe she's some sort of advocate for something. I don't know what. I don't remember if it was immigration or something else. But she's some sort of you know, advocate. Might be abortion. Who even knows? But she's an advocate for something. And she wrote this letter, apparently, to her congressperson. I believe it was a woman. Her congressperson. In, like, July. And it made its way around to... God, this is going to be fantastic. I'm just going to get railed over this. What's her name? The fucking chick that had the Chinese spy as her driver or whatever. Can't. Feinstein. Senator Feinstein. Congresswoman Feinstein. What? Who Feinstein. Feinstein. Whatever. Got to her, and through the entirety of the hearing up to the, you know, a couple of days ago, nothing was said about it. You'd think that if this was a thing that was valid and good, something would have been said about it. But apparently, the lady who wrote it wanted anonymity. She didn't, you know, she didn't want this to get out there. Why you'd write it if you don't want it to get out there, I don't know. Whatever. She didn't want this to get out there. So, Feinstein decided, well, we're not going to talk about it because this lady doesn't want it to get out there. And then all of a sudden, it got leaked to some website, newspaper, whatever. They reported on it. And now it's turned into this whole fucking thing. So, already there's a whole lot of shit going on with this. That's another reason why it's so mixed up in my mind. There seems to be a whole lot of shit going on with this. Apparently this woman, this professor, she has like a 2 rating for competency in the whatever website it is where students can rate their teachers and shit like that. Apparently she's viewed as a crazy person. I don't know, you know, that, hey, I don't know. I look very skeptically at like Glassdoor whenever I see people reviewing their companies they work for and shit like that. I look very skeptically at that kind of stuff too, because it's like a lot of the times you don't bother to do that until you've been fired or quit or whatever, and then of course it's going to be, well, fuck that place, it was terrible. So I don't know how much you can trust that sort of thing, but I will say this: I can't wait to see this woman and hear her speak. I don't know if it's going to be an open door, hearing or anything like that, but man, I can't wait. I think this is going to be a gem. I will certainly, I mean, if it's worth it, I mean, if she sits there calmly and then, just goes, yep, this is what happened. But apparently the other guy that was in the room, the other guy that was, I guess, named that was in the room, he came out and said, man, I don't ever remember any shit like that happening. Me and old Brett, we never did anything crazy like that or whatever. 65 women that went to high school with Brett were like, yeah, no, we never caught any sort of wind of this sort of shit, shenanigans going on. So every woman that Brett Kavanaugh has ever worked with in his life has wrote a letter and signed it saying he's just the most wonderful guy in the world. So, I mean, in situations like this, it's he said, she said. And at that point, you have to really start looking at who can you believe more than the other. And, again, it turns into a thing where the timing is suspicious. The person making the claim is suspicious. The way that the claim has been made is suspicious. Everybody seems to have an agenda. The Democrats desperately want to delay this nomination until after November. They want this shit to go on for another month and a half, 2 months. Because they're thinking we're going to get control come November. And then we can just say, yeah, fuck this guy. No, we're just going to never let there be another, Supreme Court justice until we get Donald Trump to run out of people that he likes and then has to start picking people that we like. Or something. I don't know. But the plan is we're going to hold everything off. It so very often seems to be the plan that we're going to just hold everything off until we get control. And then we'll start making the decisions. Like, I hate the Democratic Party for that shit. It constantly bugs me. Because it's like, how the fuck do people keep voting for these people? I don't get it. I don't understand how they ever win elections. Because it's like that's their thing. When we're not in control, then we're going to delay everything until maybe we're in control. And then we'll start making decisions. And when we are in control, we're going to steamroll everybody and just do whatever the fuck we want because we're in control. I don't like that shit. Never have. That's what I love about Donald Trump. Donald Trump was the guy that started to get things done. Man, do they hate that. They hate when politics moves. I don't know. But it's another one of those things where nobody's believing this lady. We've got another, claim of some nastiness going on. And it's a very tainted witness. It's a very tainted claim. There's a whole lot of question around it. It's 35 years old. I mean, they're saying this happened when he was 17. So, it's like 35 years old, and apparently the memory was repressed until 14 years ago when she was in couples counseling with her husband or some shit like that. And then all of a sudden this came, back in my memory, and even that's questionable. Dude, how, it really, what makes me disillusioned with my government and think that they're not worth a good goddamn? Shit like this. This is exactly the kind of shit where I'm like, so, yeah, More horse shit. Fucking all from the Democrats. Nothing else worked. Spartacus didn't get his fucking day. That didn't work. And everything else they tried to throw at this guy didn't fucking work. So now, where do we go? The obvious place. Oh, well, he might be a rapist. It's like that's become the thing now. When we can't destroy you in any other way, then we'll start throwing rapists at you. Clearly we can't call him a racist or a Nazi because that shit just sloughs off people now like water. So our new big thing is you're a rapist. Everybody's a fucking rapist. I'm just getting tired of this shit. Like, it's so annoying to me. It's infuriating. We're gonna just throw everything against the wall until something finally sticks. It doesn't help. It's not good. And honestly, it's not even really right. Like, if this actually happened, fine. You know? Whatever. But, I don't know. Me personally, with everything that's going on with it, again, whether it's true or not, there's so much fucked up shit going along with it that you just kind of got to go, we have no proof. There is no evidence. All we have is you. We really can't believe you because you have, I don't know if you want to say a clear agenda, but certainly the makings of a clear agenda. Everything's fucking suspect. The timing's really off. Well, the timing's really perfect if you want to think about it. And what are we doing? Here we are. So, yeah, I don't know, man. That's what I don't like about the whole Me Too movement, because it calls into question timing. This movement starts up where everybody's accusing everybody of rape, and then all of a sudden, everybody comes out the woodwork to accuse people of rape. Is it because finally they have their voice and finally they feel empowered to say something? Or is it because here's my opportunity to get back at somebody I don't like? That's why I hate this shit. Hated it from the start. I'm like, this is just a bad idea. A really bad idea. So, you know, whenever the bandwagon rolls into town, it just causes nothing but problems. It's a bad idea. I don't know. I mean, I'd love to know what you guys think. If any of you are following this sort of thing, or decide you want to jump in and start following it, tell me what you're thinking. I always love to hear from you guys in the comments. It's just, I don't know, man. This whole fucking thing just annoys the shit out of me.